What's up, YouTube, boxing and mixed martial art fans? It's Skills versus Pills. I want to do a short prediction video for UFC 145. I gathered some pictures, read some articles. I did my homework all week, and these are the three fights that I'm actually interested in. There's a couple of boxing matches, but the fights that I was really interested in happened last night, Friday night. Jermaine Taylor and Ronald Hearns. Ronald Hearns got knocked out. Jermaine Taylor got dropped but won. There are some good fights happening in boxing every couple weekends. The weekend before, we seen Bam Bam Rios beat Richard Abreu. Bam Bam Rios non-stop punching. He was in there with a guy who wanted to outclass him but couldn't necessarily keep up with the work rate. So the judges gave the fight to Rios, which I understand. You got a guy in there working his ass off, and you got a guy in there trying to survive. Well, this weekend it'd be a lot different. Rashad Evans versus Jons. Brandon Schuab versus Ben Rothwell. Miguel Torres versus what's that guy's name? Let me search real fast. Mcdonald. There we go. It's gonna be some good fights. These are guys that come to fight, and this is my prediction video. Check it out. All right, we got Brandon Schuab versus Ben Rothwell. Brandon Schuab, when we first seen him come out of the UFC house, he looked more like a light heavyweight, but he has grown into the heavyweight frame. He's been there with some big guys. He's shown that he can bang with the big guys and take them out. He's a lot quicker. He's just as strong. He's tall. He has reach. He has height, and he's a lot faster. Ben Rothwell, he's been there with some good guys. He's took a number of shots. I've seen his strengths and weaknesses, and I see that he has to have a guy in front of him that is basically limited and willing to lay down for him. Yeah, I don't think Brandon Schuab is going to be doing that. He's out to set the record straight that he's the new heavyweight around, and I'd like to see him fight Jon Jones, if he ever makes it up to that weight class. Miguel Torres versus Michael Mcdonald. They're both technicians. I like Torres in this fight because he stands up better. He has great defense. He knows how to really kickbox, and I don't think he'll be falling into any of McDonald's traps to get bent up like a pretzel. McDonald is very good at coming forward with defense, taking the guy down, and then bending him up. And although Torres is very good on the ground, I don't think I want to see him down there with McDonald. So I do take Torres for the win. And last but not least, we have Jon Jones versus Evans. Evans is a guy I never really been impressed by him. He was more like a, sit back and let the other guy gas before he gasses and then start the fight. And by fan demand, he has to come out and start fast. We realize how slow he starts, and he has to start fast. So with that said, I think if he starts fast versus Jon Jones, he's only going to be able to fight the fight that he wants for the first 3 minutes, and then Jon Jones is going to take over with his youth, his speed, his size, and his just raw aggression. This guy has so many different punches, so many different kicks, so many different ways to come at you. I have seen some flaws when he goes into his southpaw stance. He is open for hooks. I think it was maybe the right hook, but he can be set up for things. But he's great at controlling the distance. He's great at knowing exactly what to do. I think if this fight goes against the cage, it's gonna end kind of like the Micheal fight. The way to beat Rashad Evans is to get him up against the cage, pressure him, and make him lay down for you. And that's my predictions. Skills versus Pills, man. Leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll argue with you for a little bit. And it is what it is. Peace.